Well, hello everybody. It is your friendly neighborhood mailman, the Trojanpear, here for another Trojanpear Food Club adventure, which is part 2 of our 3-part quarantine food series where I discuss places that I have been to in the past year that I would otherwise maybe do live videos this year of, but considering the way things are, don't know if I'll get to do them anytime soon or not. Last time I talked about Columbus Eats food tours and the special Bites of Uptown food tour that we did. This time I want to talk about another event that I've actually done twice last year and was actually anticipating to go again back in March, except then all this stuff happened with the coronavirus and whatnot. Got canceled. I'm going to talk about the 2 trips that we had. It was a trip that I took with Chill Willy Will, Squidrift, and their family. And I was basically a guest the first time, and from that time it was something that they really enjoyed doing a lot. I kind of tagged along with it, saw what I thought about it. I got some footage from Facebook on it, so I'm going to show you some of the footage that I had about it, and then maybe talk a little bit more in depth afterwards. So, here's the video. Good morning. We are on our way to the annual food truck festival, and I'm here with the Bergen family. You know Chill Willy Will.
What's that?
Chill Willy Will.
Oh, are you on video? Hey.
Yeah. Chill Willy Will. We're going to Uptown's Food Truck Festival.
Yeah.
We'll try out some foods.
That's right.
Hopefully all
Lots
good.
of delicious foods.
Yeah.
I've already picked out what I want.
Oh, you picked it out.
Yeah. I looked up the menu online. So let's see if it lives up to the hype.
Yep. We're about to head on our way if we get everything sorted out here.
Yep. Just waiting on Chelsea.
Alright, I am at this food truck festival. My goodness. It has gotten crowded real quick around here. We gotten our food. More people have showed up for us, but I just kind of give you an idea. This is actually that game we got right going on. If you had to go up, it's pretty crowded. I had to get out of there. I got see, deep fried Oreos. So right, we are leaving the food truck festival now. Still in the midst of it. Kind of show you how it looks. Quite a few people still here.
They're super docile.
Yeah, there's a lot of people here. So, further away we get from it, I think probably the better our reception will be on this. I noticed on the last video kind of broke up a little bit. I think it may be interference. There's still several people trying to get in too. And by the park, there's quite a few people at the park too. So, just the kids and whatnot. went to the Sunshine Alchemy again.
Ah, makes sense. Hey, India, how you doing?
And they had more of that blackberry lemonade.
Had to settle for a mango ice. Still good. Looks good.
But they ran out when Laban went to go get it.
See you later, India.
So I think a lot of the vendors might be getting kind of low on some of their stuff. With all these people here, some of them in that place didn't even have quite as long a line as some of these other vendors did. Although that was probably one of the most popular things I think they had. Although I loved everything I had from that place, especially that Impossible Burger, which was amazing. Right now I'm just going to follow Will. He apparently parked far away, so we should be okay. I got heard that it's so bad that it's kind of hard to get out around this area because how many people there are here right now. Some of the parking close by, those that were really early, we actually got here really early, 11 o'clock, so it really wasn't too bad. First time I went to the Sunshine Alchemy, it actually was not too bad. In fact, I think I was the second person in line. So you said we're halfway there? Well, that's not too bad. I mean, we're kind of.
We're downtown during a major event.
You say major event?
Well, this is a major event.
It's a bit more than major if you have that many people down here. It's like a colossal event. Oh, what'd you do, Will? Park in the river?
Going to the river, guys.
All right. That should make for an easy getaway. No wonder you were wondering if it was legal. The river's running nicely. Of course, I guess I haven't been down here since they became more rapid-like. There's some people down there now, I see. Didn't you say that about halfway? I have a bad feeling about this now, guys.
You're only allowed to say you're halfway there once.
I have a bad feeling. I think no matter how far we go, he's always going to say we're halfway.
Well, we're halfway there. Don't worry, guys. We're halfway there. And we're in one half of the walk, and the other half of the walk is coming up.
Did you park in the garage?
I had a whole spiel about parking garages.
Yeah, I know. I was there, right?
Yeah.
How he's afraid to park in the garage. Now, what you doing watching horror movies like that? I thought you said those affect you in a negative way.
Wait.
I did see the original song in the theater, but...
Wait. Horror movies from the early 2000s make you feel uncomfortable? Because they...
Hey, look, that's a torture movie, you know.
It is, but you know what's funny about it? In retrospect, it's hilarious. No?
Oh.
I don't think so.
Well, Carrie Ellis was in it.
Yeah, but I don't think it was a spin-off.
It went dark.
It went dark.
I told you you'd burn some calories.
Suddenly I don't feel bad about eating all those fried Oreos.
Wait a minute. Did you park at the business?
He parked at Countries. He's just not telling us.
Now we're halfway.
Now we're halfway, huh?
That wasn't funny the first time. And I think that's us. Right? That's us right there. Envision.
Wait, did you park at a limited time parking area? Oh, okay. Well, I just see that this area is a 4-hour parking. So what's your thoughts?
That was fun.
Yeah.
Had a good time.
Yeah.
What's your favorite thing?
My favorite thing?
Yeah, I mean, what did you eat or drink or whatever?
What my main course was pretty good. I had the, what's it called? Big House Burger? Yeah, the Big House Burger.
Where's that at?
That was either the name of the restaurant or the name of the thing I got. I can't remember which, but it was a hamburger with pulled pork.
What was yours, Will?
Probably my ice cream was my favorite.
Ice cream. Oh,
Shaved ice.
yeah, the shaved ice cream you went to.
My favorite was the jalapeno burger.
Oh, the jalapeno burger.
That was good.
Where was that one at? Same place that they got theirs?
It was.
So that was my first trip to the Uptown Food Truck Festival. Let me kind of clarify with some of the pictures that I have of some of the things that I did in the event. First off, this food truck festival was something that we had in our downtown area, which we call Uptown. It was a special event that occurs twice a year, once in the spring, once in the fall. This one that happened in the spring, for some reason, was really popular this year. It just began to build, and for some reason that particular one was really, really big. I'll talk about that in a minute. But the main thing is you go to a bunch of food trucks. There's like 20, 30 food trucks that are there, and you can sample different foods. Actually, it's not even just sampling. You're getting actual food from there. So the amount of food you get varies depending upon the place. They have a list on their Facebook page of all the food trucks that are going to be there, so you can kind of plan out maybe certain ones that you think, oh, I'm going to target this one, that one, the other, which is real good. We also went early, which was also really good idea that we did. There were some preparation things that I didn't know about doing that I kind of wish I had done, as far as bringing my own chairs and whatnot, but they've done it before. They knew what they were doing, so Will and them, they pretty much had it under control for that day. Then I go to the event. I was targeting this place that says it served vegan, and it was a place called Sunshine Alchemy. It's Atlanta based. A lot of these food trucks are Atlanta based, and I got the first thing from there, and here's the picture of the first item that I got. It was a blackberry lemonade, and I thought, well, that's interesting. That'd make a good, interesting drink. It was really good. I was surprised at how good it was. It was so good that in fact that I had gotten 2 of them. And so I got this blackberry lemonade to drink, and of course my meal includes something that was called an Impossible Burger. Now this was before Burger King came out with their Impossible Whopper. In fact, just a couple months before Burger King came out with the Impossible Whopper. So I had never heard of Impossible Meat. I decided to give that a try, and it was fantastic. I had never had alternate based meat patty, whether a veggie burger, a boca burger, or anything like that, that tasted as good as that tasted. It was amazing. I was floored by how good it was. I had tots with it. It was, quite honestly, the best thing I had there that day. Then, of course, I had a few other things, which I think I kind of mentioned in that kind of blippy part of the video. One of which was deep fried Oreos, which, there you go, I ate every single one of those. And this is the point where I started taking pictures of some of the stuff that was going on, which is the fact that for some reason there were a ton of people coming to this event. It was on the news how crowded it was. It was so crowded that there was a line to get into the toilets. They have plenty of these porta potty things set up, but there are people standing in line waiting to get into one of these things. Here's a picture of the line to get into the place just to go get to the food trucks. Now, the line to the food trucks at this point in time was already ridiculous. Now, when I had gotten there, it was not so bad. It was early. But as the event went on later and later, it got ridiculous. It was insane how many people were there. Fortunately, we parked far enough away that it wasn't too hard for us to get out of there because it took us 15 minutes just to walk to the vehicle, which was fine, just as long as we could get out of there. So that was the first trip. One of the things that I had learned from it is, number one, you've got to get there early. You've got to know exactly what you want to do. Get as much stuff as possible early on, because when it gets later, if there's a lot of people, you're not going to get anything. And, bring appropriate equipment, whatnot. So we were ready for the second one in the fall. Interesting thing, though, they had a parade going on that day while this event was also going on. They had they had all sorts of stuff going on because it had been postponed a little bit later or whatnot because of weather. I think we had a hurricane coming through or something like that. When we walked through this parade in order to get to it, we actually had to cross through the parade in order to do it. You get there, there's not many people there at all yet. So it's looking pretty good so far. In fact, pretty much most of the day, I'd say it was nowhere near as bad. One of the things, looking at it, I did not see the place that I was most eager to go to on the list, but lo and behold, there it is. Sunshine Alchemy. They were back, and I was thrilled because I wanted more of that impossible food. But I didn't want to do the Impossible Burger this time. Impossible Whopper had come out. I was more used to that. So I decided to try something a little different. So I tried, I don't remember what they called them, but they're basically, the equivalent of chili fry sort of thing. It's chili tots, but it's using their impossible meat on it. And it looked pretty interesting. My goodness, did it taste amazing. I think this topped even the Impossible Burger. This was so good. It exceeded even my expectations of that, to the point that I was just like, oh my gosh. And of course they had the blackberry lemonade again, which was great. And I also took a few pictures of some of the stuff that was there, such as they had these donuts at one food truck. It was pretty good. This was the German food truck that was there. Got food from my mother. I didn't get any food from it. Here's one that I don't remember what kind of food truck it was. It was some Asian style food truck. But that was probably my second favorite thing that I had from that. So, and then of course I also had a hot chocolate as well from the donut place. Now what I actually did, I had a few other things. I know I had a lobster mac and cheese from a lobster place. It was not very good for the price that I had to pay, and I got a ton of it, so I wasn't too thrilled about that. But one thing I did was I brought all these little containers so that way I could keep the stuff hot or cold or whatever, so that way I could get as many places done as I wanted to before actually sitting down to eat, because I really wanted to make sure I got all my purchasing done early in case the crowds got really bad, which they did get worse, but they never got nearly as bad as they did at that first one. Maybe it's because they had so many things going on that day, whatnot, I don't know. But I was glad that we were able to enjoy that one. I think I enjoyed that one actually better than the first one. A lot better. Obviously the food, I think in general, was better than the first one. But, the first one had its own unique things that I liked about it. But I'm looking forward to being able to go to another one, just to be able to go to the Sunshine Alchemy food truck. If you're in the Atlanta area, you are truly blessed because you have access to that food truck. Of course, probably not right now, but that's some good stuff right there. That really, really is. So that's the Uptown Food Truck Festival. If you're in the Columbus area and you ever get a chance to go to these events, whether it's in the spring or in the fall, one usually happens in March, the other one happens around mid to late October, early November, depending upon scheduling. And of course, with the way things are, you just don't know how that's going to affect things, but that's definitely something to give a look at. And if you live in the Atlanta area and you get a chance for the vegan food truck Sunshine Alchemy, oh, I don't think you've had anything nearly as good vegan wise, and or even if it's just vegetarian. So until next time, this is your friendly neighborhood mailman, the Trojanpear, wishing you blessings, and be looking at another special trip in our next Food Club Adventure video to conclude the quarantine series.